Hi there, welcome to QA Box Let's Test, and in this video we are going to see the event object in little more detail. So this far what we have done is we have identified an element using the syntax. So this time for the explanation purpose I'm going to select all the elements. So this is how you can select all the elements, and then I'm going to perform a click operation. And this click method accepts a function, a callback function. So let's write that callback function, and this time we are going to pass an additional argument to this function, and that argument is nothing, it's the event object. So you can give any name to that. You can say you can say event, or anything of your choice. Now let's see what do we have in this object, because an object contains properties and methods. So here you could see that this object has got all these different properties and methods available. The first property that we are going to see is current target. So the current DOM element within the event bubbling phase. So what is event bubbling phase? So let's understand this tree first. So in the DOM you have the root element HTML, then you have got head and body. In body you have got this image. So when I click on this image, the event, which is the click event, will bubble up to body and then to HTML, and at times this is bad and we have to stop it. So how can we stop that? We can stop that with the help of event object, and let's see that in action. So I'm going to say console.log, and the first thing is e.target, e.current target. All right, and let me save this, and I'm going to click on it. Now you see first this one would be displayed in the console, then it would bubble up to body, and finally to HTML. So I'm now going to click on this, and you could see first image and then body and then to the HTML. Okay, if you want to stop that, how are you going to do it? So this is how you're going to do. You're going to stop the propagation, and you could see that prevent the event from bubbling up the DOM tree. Okay, so it's something like, you click on an object, but this object is encapsulated into another object, and on that object you have also written an event handler for click, and you don't want to execute that. All right, if it gets executed, it's a bug. How are you going to stop that? So for that, developers have to use this event.stop propagation, and that's a method. So we are going to invoke this. All right, so now if I just save this and click on this, now you see that the event is not bubbled up. So as a tester, we have to test this, and we have to figure out that, hey, I just clicked on this, but the action was also triggered on that other element which is a parent of this. And what could go wrong there? It could be the event has bubbled up, right? So developer has not returned this particular thing, and the way you can check this out is, again, I've already explained in the previous video. You're going to the source and you're going to the script, and herein you are going to check for this. All right, so you see that the stop propagation is there. All right, that's how you can do the root cause analysis of the problem and find the problem quickly and report it to the developers. All right, so that's about stopping the event from bubbling up. What else do we have in here? Let's see that. So now we are in here again. The next thing that we can do here is we can identify the coordinates where that click action has happened, and to do that we are going to say console.log, and we are going to, let's write some comments as well. X coordinate. So this is your X coordinate and this is your Y coordinate. Okay, so it starts increasing from left to right. Okay, and let's see that. So now I'm going to pass in e dot client X. Okay, so we have the same way we have the Y coordinates as well. So let's practice those as well. Y dot e dot client Y, and we also have the the event type. So how are we going to write the event type? So we're going to say event type. In this case, it is going to be click, right? So we're going to say type, okay? So describes the nature of the event, okay? And the last one that we have is event.which, but for that, I'm going to use another example, okay? So let's run this and see what will happen. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to now click here, okay? So it is telling me, hey, this is the current target element. The x coordinate where I clicked was 81, y coordinate was 313, and the click type was this, right? Let me click somewhere else, okay? Let me now click on this, okay? So now you see it is this event object and the x coordinate was this and the event was this, okay? You can also print the timestamp. So you can say e dot timestamp. Okay, let's understand this method first. So timestamp, the difference in milliseconds between the time the browser created the event and January 1, 1970 epoch time. Okay, so you can just say this, and this is going to be time. Okay, save it, and now click somewhere so you see the time as well, right? Great. Okay, so what else? We also have a which property, and let's understand that. So we say dollar, then again we pass in this, and this which property works on mouse and key. So I'm going to use one event key down, okay, and we are going to again do the same. So we are going to pass in this function with an argument event, and all we are going to do here is just write this console.log, okay, and we are going to say which, and we are going to say e dot which, and now you could see that for key or mouse events, this property indicates the specific key or the button that was pressed. At times we have to figure out, okay, which key is being pressed, so we can also capture that using this property. Amazing, right? So just do this, okay, and I'm going to save this now, and let's see, I start typing in here. This is the click event, and therefore you see all these things. Now I'm going to invoke this key down, so I'm simply pressing a key T, and you could see that which is being called, and what you see is the char code, all right? And if you want to know more about it, so you have to come here, right, and read more about that. So this 84 is assigned, is the char code for small t, okay? So that's about event objects and what you can do with that. Applicable, this information is applicable to both manual testers and automation testers. Thank you so much.